It's one of those that you circle on the calendar. It is Sunday night in the Bronx. It is the Subway Series. And the back pages on Monday will be decided in the next 3 hours right here on ESPN. And tonight, 9 to 9, we'll get a good view of what Max Fried is doing on the mound. And all he's done so far, he's put up an historical start for a Yankee starter in his first 9 games with an ERA of 1.11. I mean, you've been a Yankee starter. There have been some great ones. What he's doing is amazing. Pretty good battle by the leadoff hitter, as this will be pitch number 6. Reaches out. Grisham is cruising in. Will camp under it. And he's there as Soto gets set to come to the plate.
I'm not sure the decibel level is any different tonight than it was yesterday or Friday night. And it'll continue through however many plate appearances he gets. It's a standing boo. They're on their feet.
Boos continue to cascade down on Soto. And Soto pops one up towards Judge and the second baseman LeMahieu. He will yield to 99. Soto retired by Fried. Soto knew when the series started it's going to be 50,000 against 1, and it continues to be that way. Now Pete Alonso. He sends this one sky high to left. He drops the bat and he watches it go into the glove of Cody Bellinger. He just missed it, and he seems to be a bit in shock that it didn't carry out. Back now live, Juan Soto starts to run out towards right field. He will say hello to his second base umpire and be roundly booed once he gets there. And you can watch the fans at the back start to stand up and demonstrate their disdain for number 22.
David Peterson on the mound for the Mets, making his 9th start of the year. 2-2 with a 3.05 earned run average.
And there is one of those ground balls charged by Vientos. Gets a good hop and then he dropped it. He got a great hop, and in the transfer it fell out of his hand, and Goldschmidt will be on at first.
One man away, and here is the antithesis of the Soto reception. This is for Aaron Judge.
Not a standing boo session. This is more of a standing ovation.
Goldschmidt reaches on an error. Peterson ready to deal to Judge. He drives one to right. Soto going over. He's not going to be able to get there. And one hops into the stands. And a ground rule double for Aaron Judge. Second and third. And how quickly an 0 for 5 on Saturday is forgotten about. Chance for Bellinger. He's got Goldschmidt at third, Judge at first. And Peterson in some trouble here. On the ground, off the glove of Alonso. That's going to bring in Goldschmidt. Judge will come in. He'll score easily. Bellinger to second. And the Mets, their defense in the top of the first has hurt them. That'll be a double credited to Bellinger. 2-0 Yankees. Well, Max Fried has now a 2-0 lead, and 2 earned or fewer has been the resume for Max Fried in all his starts this year. Vientos swings at the first one. The athletic Fried goes, steps, fires a little high. It's a good job by Goldschmidt to just knock it down. Otherwise, that was going to be an error and to second base.
So a relatively rare walk allowed by Max Fried. Puts runners at first and second. Nobody out, and brings Starling Marte up.
Big pitch, 2-2. He gets called out on strikes. Fried 81 mile an hour on the outside corner to pick up strikeout 1.
0-2. Half swing. Did he go? Yes, he did on appeal. Strike 3. And from 2 on, nobody out, to 2 on, 2 out, and 2 consecutive strikeouts for Max Fried.
And the 8th hitter is Jeff McNeil. Swings at the first one over the head of Volpe into center field. They will wave the runner. Here comes Vientos, way offline. He's in. RBI for Jeff McNeil to put the Mets on the board. Back to the top of the order in a 2-1 game. Lindor flew out to center his first time up. And Lindor, this one to Judge in right. He lays out and makes the play.
You hear that?
Oh, Soto must be up.
You know who is up thanks to the boos? It's Juan Soto. 3-2. Off speed, frozen solid. That pitch there against Soto, he had no idea. Strikeout number 3 for Fried.
He patterned this after the great Sandy Koufax, and it locks up a generational talent.
Came in as a 4th outfielder in spring training.
Called strike 3, and boy, that one looked off. But Amari expands, and Grisham is gone.
Peterson stares at the runner, deals home, and the pitch cut on and miss. Got him with a high fastball, side retired. So it's taken 56 pitches. David Peterson is through 3.
Both these teams built for the postseason and long, deep runs. Boy, how about that? Max Fried, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That one's going to get down for a hit. Now Marte sees it go to the corner. Judge fields it, comes back in with it. Stand-up double, starting Marte. Looking for a little 2-out magic with Marte out there. Decent speed. Alvarez foul tips it into the mid-96. A crowd that embraced him so well last season.
How could it not?
Right,
He's a human being.
Exactly.
And you can see him looking around. That was the section that just adored him last year.
Yeah. Here comes one to him. He's going to have to charge, and he is there to make the running catch.
You know, love hurts. The fan base, especially the bleacher creatures, absolutely fell in love with him last year.
1-2 to LeMahieu. And he's gone. Peterson goes inside. Looked like it was off, but Omari has expanded tonight.
Brings up Austin Wells. 2 out, nobody out.
That ball is driven right center. Soto back, still going. Oh, he reaches up and makes the catch. Juan Soto, right center field gap, has got the Met fans in attendance on their feet.
So with 2 out, here is Soto. The Mets need him to come through in these spots. Tying run at third, 2 out on the 5th, 2-1 Yankees. And the dirt scoots away from Wells. Here comes McNeil, and he slides home safely as Wells just throws up a prayer towards the plate that is far beyond the reach of Fried. Wild pitch. Mets tie it 2-2. So the base is empty now. 3-2 the count to Soto.
He is gone as he strikes out, and he and Fried exchange glances. But the New York Mets come back to tie it on one that got away from Austin Wells. Jonathan Loaisiga now warming in that Yankee pen as Alonso swings. That one is held on to. Max Fried's magical night continues. Now 8 strikeouts. Second of Alonso.
Here's the 0-2 to Wells. Swinging a hard hit ground to the second, right at Acuna. Looks it into his glove, throws to first in time. Side retired. Peterson gets through the 6th in order.
This, and we get Brett Beatty pinch hitting, and he'll get Jonathan Loaisiga now in the game for the Yankees. Ahead of Beatty, 0-2, swing and a miss. 91, you saw 97 and then 91. My goodness, back to back. Alvarez has struck out 3 times tonight.
And now a walk and an E5 with the bottom of the order, and Lindor due up, 2 out in a tie game.
Lindor hits this one to right. Judge in back. He's there. A little basket catch. He did go with a changeup, and Lindor hooked it to Judge. So one superstar unable to deliver.
3-0. Low ball 4.
All right.
So a 4-pitch walk to the captain. 2 on, 2 out for Cody Bellinger, who's had a perfect night.
Well, Cody Bellinger's turn now as he bats with Grisham at second and Judge at first. Bellinger off of the foot of Brazoban. He's still got a chance. He will lose the race. Grisham stays at third as Brazoban takes out Alonso. Oof, bases are loaded, and lucky nobody is hurt on that play.
So the second time Anthony Volpe has had the bases loaded and 2 out tonight.
You got to make him throw 3 strikes in a row.
So from 3-0 to 3-2, you're going to have Grisham running off third, Judge running off second, and Bellinger off first.
3-2 again with him loaded. He got him! Brazoban back from 3-0, strikes out Volpe and leaves him loaded. And now Devin Williams on for Juan Soto. Well, everything about it in slow motion. LeMahieu from his knees there to make the play. And there's one down. 2-2. Wells back behind the dish. Swing and a miss. Another foul tip into the mitt. Viento strikes out. Another good outing back-to-back now for Devin Williams.
Austin Wells, lefty hitter. Wells 0 for 3. Line drive to right back in the 4th inning. Also a grounder and a strikeout.
Wells hooks one. That's going to get down. Soto's going to give chase. Dominguez hits second. Soto fires it back into second. No one is there, and it's picked up finally by Lindor.
Second and third, 1 away. Tie game, rubber game. Yankees and Mets, bottom of the 8th. So now Yorby Bibas in a big spot took over defensively in the top half.
On the ground, Alonso. What do you do? He threw it away. It wasn't close, and the Yankees have a lead as Alonso air-mailed it to home. Dominguez's speed went on contact. Alonso fielded it cleanly, but no chance. And the Yankees have a 3-2 lead, and you know that the Polar Bear is beating himself up a little bit right now. Goldschmidt's got a chance to really change it. Goldschmidt back up the middle. That's an RBI. Paul Goldschmidt continues a phenomenal season. And now the Yankees have a 4-2 lead. RBI single for Goldschmidt. Full count, and much of this crowd of 48,000 has obviously stayed. And they are hoping to see Aaron Judge come to the plate one more time. All four. And they will as Grisham walks to load him up for Judge.
How do you like this? Bases loaded for the captain. 2 already in, the Yankees a 4-2 lead.
Yep. Yeah, he looked like he went. They get Judge, and they will strike out Judge. Well, you didn't envy Cabrera in that situation, but he got away with the hanger, and then he got Judge to commit.
Cabrera, after walking Grisham, the left-hand hitter, strikes out Aaron Judge for the second out.
They stay loaded for Bellinger with 2 down. Swings and sends one to right. That sends Soto back. He is on the track. He reaches. It's a grand slam. The contributions tonight of Fried, Goldschmidt, and Bellinger, difference makers. Touch of all time for Cody. That's his 7th, and he now has 26 RBIs. It's 8-2 Yankees.
2 up, 2 down for Tim Hill, and the Yankees are 1 out away.
On the ground, Volpe across the diamond. The Yankees will take 2 of 3 in this Subway Series. Behind a grand slam from Bellinger, they beat the Mets 8-2.